keyholes. Hey everyone, it's Cathy Zielske. Welcome back to my channel and my studio. Today I'm going to use for the very first time the Altenew keyhole system to build some beautiful blooms. I've never tried these before, and now that I have, I might be hooked. To see that card project come together, stick around. It's coming up next. So here's a look at the products I'm going to use today. And again, this is the first time I've ever used the keyhole system. I'm excited to try this out. There are a lot of dies, and this is called the Crocus Layering Die Set. It's got beautiful flowers and then some really sweet greetings. And what's kind of cool about Altenew products is they lay it out for you. They lay out how it is supposed to look. And if you are like me and don't naturally know, that can be very helpful. Now, today I've pulled the closest inks that I can. I don't have ultraviolet. Please excuse the bruise on my hand. It doesn't hurt. My hand was ultraviolet. Now it's more of a, well, I don't even know. Wisteria. I'm going to use that. And if I need to make it look more purpley, I'll bring in another color, maybe a blue. We'll see what happens. But I have Warm Sunshine in place of the maple yellow. I have Sunray and Autumn Blaze. So I do have two. I have some of my brushes ready to go, and what I will do is I'm going to cut all the pieces out first. Well, not the greeting yet because I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but let me get these all cut from white cardstock so that I have my pieces and I can start following the guide. So I'm bringing out my stamp wheel to work on this surface, and I have a few things cut, and I'm keeping them separate for now so that I can follow the guide, because this is the first time, again, using the keyhole system. So I will make my pieces look just like this, and then, well, to the best of my ability. So I think what I'll do is I'll turn on some music and speed this up a little, and you can see how my pieces come together. I have my pieces blended, and I did decide to add a little to my greenery. So I guess here we go. Pick you up, grab you like this. Okay, so this one has the number 1, right? I can see that clearly. And I'm going to find number 2. Okay, number 2. Now, do these have numbers on them too? This is 2. This is 3 and 4. Wait, that's 3. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, so this lines up perfectly right there. So all I have to do is take a little liquid glue, put it on the back, right over the keyhole. Okay, just a little there, and a little there. Come around so it holds in place. Okay, and then all I will do is light up the hole. Look at that. Ooh. That's very exciting. Okay, hole lined. Now we move on to number 3. Okay. And again, well, I guess I could just do, oh, look at that. See, I would have, I've never known how to do that were it not for the guides. Guides make us look smarter, you know what I mean? All right, here we go. And number 3, line up on that little keyhole, that little arrow. And I'm gonna let that adhere. I'm actually gonna put my glass brick, my little Share Handmade Kindness, let that sit, and then we're moving on to which one? Oh, this is the smaller one for this one? Yes, okay. So here we have, oh, I get it. That's 3. This is 4. And the little tiny one goes on top. I can do it. Okay. Here's another keyhole. Let's do it. It's very exciting watching it come together. Okay, you go here. Just glue around the keyhole. Should be enough. And this guy here. Oh, that's fun too. All right. You balance on there, and then we're going to bring in the piece with the stamen. Is that the stamen? It's the center point. I never know. Okay, coming in here. This is really cool. And I guess, again, I can just put a little around the edges. That. This goes here and lines right up on top. And then I have the piece that covers the keyhole. Oh, that is smart. That is smart. Let me grab some tweezers for this one, just so that I can place it properly. And actually, I'll just put this on here, like that. And we will say, you are my flower. And that, my friends, is how a keyhole works. I'm so sorry, my hand. Let's do the other hand. Okay, that's really cool. I have made one flower. Okay, so now I'll speed up the next flower, but I'll show you because, again, when this is, when something's new for me, I kind of like to know what I'm doing. But that is so cool. All right, speed up, finish the next one. I did that one off camera, and now I have all my pieces. So I'm going to do a greeting. I think I will cut out, I'll cut out a few to decide which one I like, but I'm going to cut some from matte gold cardstock, and then we will arrange a card. I pulled a piece of frayed leaf cardstock because I rarely do this, but I think I am going to have this panel be just a little inset with a white. You know what? I could even make it smaller. I'm going to trim this down, put some foam tape on the back, and then I'm going to add some spatter. Let me bring this down a little bit more to 3 3/4 by 5. And as you see here, I went ahead and did Sending Love from this die set, and I just cut that out of some matte gold cardstock that I have. And what I'm going to do then is put this foam on first, because then I can spatter on some gold stuff and I don't have to worry about, waiting for it to dry. So I'll just put 3 strips of the foam tape here on the back. And let me grab my little box that I like to splatter in. So I'll place it in here, and I'm going to use the aqua pigment in Gilded from Brutus Monroe. I just got a brush here. This is one of the Altenew fine watercolor brushes, but I just use a brush like this to spatter because you know what? It works. So put a little, well, it was way too much. Put a little down, pick it up with the brush. I like to kind of start off a little, and then I'll just put a few blobbies on to have a little shine. Just be something little on the card. And I will let this dry, and then you'll see we get a little shine on the card. So I've popped this on, and now all I have to do is start building up the blooms. And let's just get a little here. So this piece will go right on the base of this stem, like that. I'll hold that in place. I may add a little dimension to this flower. So I'm going to flip this over just from the back, and I think what I will do is just take a couple of thin foam squares right on the back layer, the closest layer, because that way it will give it a little more of a pop-up when it's on this panel, okay? And let's see here. I need to look at this because this, again, I need to remember how does this go together? And that is why this is really helpful, because then you can look at your flower. Come here. This one goes, where does this go? This one is going to go behind, right? And again, you got to give your liquid glue a chance to dry. So I have to do this in steps, but what if we went like, oh wait, no, like that? Like that? I'm confused now. Hold on, I got this. I'm going to put you there. How's that? Okay. So that one's a little higher up. Like that. Kind of need to pick you up with tweezers. There we go. And just have that be out a little. Okay, and I'll hold that in. And then I will take this little piece and add that to the back. Pick all of you up. And let's see, I'd like it to stick right about there. That's going to be nice. All right, so that's going to go here. And I will glue this one, of course, directly onto my panel. Now, these guys are going to get added next. This is so fun. I mean, there's a lot going on, but the keyholes, again, make such a difference in terms of, look how pretty that is. This will have, I want this to be overlapping a little, so I think we're going to start with this flower. I just want to make sure that I have enough room to do all the things. And see, that's why I like to have a margin, because then you can always pop your floral element into the margin. This too will go into a margin, and then we will have these little friends coming out from the top and bottom, and we will have Sending Love probably go right on top. So let's glue this one down first. And again, I'm just looking at the backmost layer to put my glue on, because that should be enough to hold it. And we'll do a little down here too, because we want that to hold. All right, like that. And I don't think I need to even worry about this part here, because it's just going to go right there with a little into the margin. So the parts that need to stick will stick. We'll just put that on. And this will be, you know what I could do before I put this on? Let me look at the bottom first, because I may need to trim some of this off in order for it to work. Actually, what if I'd like to be able to see it all, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. So this comes in here, and this is going to be like that. And that is kind of pretty. Like right there. This other guy will come up. So I think if I put this down first, then I can kind of figure out the rest. So we'll do a little here. You could give it a leaf cut too if you wanted. It does not always have to be using all the greenery, but I think if I go like this, then I know I'm right in the corner of the card. And that will stay. And then I know you can be over here. And then I will slide this one in as soon as I'm ready. Okay, let's do this with foam. And I'll just grab my tweezers again. And we'll just hover this until we get the placement that we like. And I think that's really pretty. All right, press. This is something. Okay, and then we'll take you, put a little at the base, just enough to hold it. I'm going to lift this up a bit, and then we're just going to say you are going to come right about there and hold that in like that. And then see how we have the shine on there too? I tell you, this is something. And now I actually think I want Sending Love to be right here. And it should be fine because it will have enough touch points. I'll put a little glue on the stem where it's going to intersect. Oh, come here. And then I'll put some over here. And that should be enough to hold it in place. We line it up. We make sure it looks basically straight and centered. Oh, that's really cute. And press. And then I'll put my little brick on here again to make sure that stays in place. I'm going to finish this card off with some gold beads. These are just flat back beads that I use a lot. I thought having a little extra gold on here would be nice. And we'll just do a little glue and boop, boop, boop. Just kind of fill in that space nicely and finish down here, boop, so that the sequins have a nice boop connection to the flowers. And that is my finished card project. That's something cool. So the keyhole thing, I mean, I just built blooms that made it look like I know what I'm doing. And even though I didn't have the exact same colors that were on the package, I think this turned out really well. And I'm looking forward to trying some more keyhole products in the future because that was cool. You can find links to all of the supplies I used in today's video in the YouTube description box. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, I'd love to have you, so please hit that subscribe button, and if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. I'll see you back here with another card project soon.